A fresh leadership crisis has reared its head in the fold of the ruling All Progressive Congress APC in Bauchi State, as a faction believed to be loyal to the Nigerian ambassador to Germany, Yusuf Maitama Tuga, has approached the High Court to stop the inauguration of the Executive Council members elected recently. A member of the faction, Alhaji Hassan Mohammed Sharif, had approached the court to seek for an order restraining the National Caretaker Committee of the APC led by Mai Mala Birni from inaugurating the new leadership in the state. Bauchi State High Court consequently gave an interim order on Friday restraining the national leadership of the party from administering the oath of office on the Honorable Babayo Aliyu Misil-led executive members elected recently. The court issued an order of interim injunction halting any moves by the APC to inaugurate the new leaders of the party in the state. The recent development is the height of the crisis that trailed the conduct of the APC State Congress, which produced two factional leaders with Honorable Sanusi Aliyu Kunde, loyal to Yusuf Tuga, and Honorable Babayo Aliyu Misa, loyal to the Minister of Education Adamu, both claiming to be the legitimate APC leaders in Bauchi State. Copies of the court order, which was made available to journalists over the weekend, contained that the court order restrained the acting APC National Caretaker Committee chairman, who is the governor of Yobe State, Mai Mala Birni, Minister of Education Malam Adamu, and former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara, and their previous agents, cohorts, and representatives in whatever capacity from administering the oath of office or according Honorable Babayo Aliyu Misa and his backroom recognition as Bauchi APC leaders. The court order also ordered Honorable Babayo Aliyu Misa and those that emerged as APC leaders in Bauchi State along with him from parading themselves in whatever manner or means and or acting in whatever capacity or names called as Bauchi State Executive Officers of APC pending the hearing of the substantive suit filed. The order of the Federal High Court persists pending the determination of the suit brought before the court by the plaintiff Hassan Sharif. It will be recalled that the two factional state congresses were held simultaneously, during which two different state executive members emerged for the APC in the state, a development that has thrown the party into leadership crisis. Ever since Mai Mala Birni has been occupying this position, not all party members, all party chieftains have just accepted it that way. We know that somehow, one way or the other, he has elongated his stay, because initially at the point where President Muhammadu Buhari appointed him, it was meant to be an interim committee just for 6 months from 25th of June last year, June 2020 to December 2020, and then they organized their Congress. Surprisingly, we're in another December 2021. The Congress is not here. They're talking about February. And speculations are going around that there's a possibility that that convention will not even hold in February. They are just trying to give the people what they want to hear. That APC, President Muhammadu Buhari, they have a plot to keep Mai Mala Birni on until the 2023 general election, so that he will handle the affairs of the election, the presidential candidate, that's the flag bearer, and everything that the party will do. That's the speculation that's been going on. We don't know if that's true, if that is what APC is really planning, if they have an agenda. But in the meantime, after the congresses that APC had, parallel congresses were held at different places. This very one now is Bauchi State, and there was parallel congresses as well, factional leaders here and there. And the court has just ordered that the Mai Mala Birni Caretaker Committee has stopped them. The court actually ordered them, restrained them from carrying out any inauguration or anything whatsoever, because they wanted to inaugurate the new leadership in the state. And if we look at this, Birni, the APC caretaker chairman, he was warned When all of this issue came up recently again, it was during the Ondo governorship election dispute, when PDP went back to court to challenge the outcome of the governorship election. That was where the judges, they said Mai Mala Buni, the position is occupying right now, is not an elected office. It's meant to be an elected officer that will be in charge of elections, carry out things, but it's not an elected office. We know by Mai Mala Buni, he was the one that oversaw the Ondo governorship election, and the warnings that went to him then was that he should look at this closely. It was even one of the APC chieftain there in Lagos that made that call that Mai Mala Buni should just step down now before he spoils everything for the party, before they go through an election and the court says that everything is illegal because he's not an elected officer. Only elected officers are meant to undertake certain functions in the party. Well, for them, I don't know how they are going to read this, because when that APC chieftain was saying this, they all threw it into the bin. In fact, they had an emergency meeting where all the Sans sat together to truly analyze this, and to them, they felt that it will not be an issue. It's looking like it's going to be an issue now, because fresh crisis is hitting the party. This is just one state. It's just one state being hit with this crisis, and there are other persons who have been challenging this position of Mai Mala Buni, that there's nothing even in their constitution that states that Mai Mala Buni should a caretaker committee should run the affairs, should handle the leadership of the party. If it's something for a couple of weeks or a month, it's understandable, but this one is gone past a year, approaching 2 years, that an interim committee, these guys, they have a game plan. 2023 is definitely behind all of this, and personal interest as well playing out. They are fighting against one another, and in this fight, as they are pitting themselves against one another, they are not even considering the masses. If we look at all these politicians very well, we know that the people, they don't have the interest of the people. It's what they will benefit. That is what is causing all of these battles. It's just their personal interest. Well, in the meantime, the court has just issued restraining order on Buni and his committee and his team not to carry out any action. This is like a warning to them, because if the court is issuing this restraining order, any other election that is being conducted, it's possible that the court might say that they were not elected and they don't have the right to carry out those functions or activities, and as such, they can just call everything they've done illegal. We'll wait to see the reply from the Yobe State Governor. Leave us your take. Thank you once again for staying tuned. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe till I come your way again with more updates. Bye.